Hi guys, Tuva here. It is Friday the 5th of August and we are a waxing moon in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is a vibrant, strong sign. Because we're waxing, it will be even more stronger. It is very flirtatious, fun-loving, and obviously the things that you put out there will be encouraging things back to you. So a time of enjoyment, a time of being who you are, enjoying what you've got to give. It's also a very serious sign, and you might ask, oh, it will help you to make sure your bills are paid, make sure your home's in order, make sure your job's getting done properly. You will take responsibility for your actions, and so you have your fun side and you have your serious side, but again comes down to balance. Let's get into the reading. I am going to pour them all out on the table today, and we're gonna just ask Freyja today, as it's her day of the week. Hail Freyja, giver of knowledge and wisdom, magic and answers, seer of the future, the past and the present, lady of the Vanir. Aid us in this message this day. Give us the answers that we need. Hail and welcome to this reading. This one, this one. Okay, I feel it's 4 today. Almost like a diamond in the sky. The 4 directions of life. Where we are, where we want to be, where we're going and where we will be. Bringing in the elements of earth, air, fire and water, but not evading spirit, because spirit is something that we bring down into our lives, because we are spiritual creatures, and I do believe this is about our spiritual paths today. How we are doing, how we need to be seeking, and here we go. I want to start like the maypole in the middle of the reading, holding the God and the Goddess in unity, in oneness, in that energy, that power that is so needed. That we need that polarity in our lives. The earth seems to run on polarity. That's the number 2. So we have things in 2s. We have Equus, the rune of momentum. And is this what's happening to you at the moment in time? Where are you at spiritually, guys? Have you sort of pulled away a bit? Are you finding it difficult to find time to do the things that you normally do or do religiously? Now, I say the word religiously because whereas when you start, you are doing it from this place of excitement and wanting to do it, after a while we get to a point where it becomes like another chore. And when it gets to that state, we need to take a step back. We need to look at what we're doing, how we're doing, and how we can change it, because it's a momentum of time. The horse, which this depicts, is fast and it moves at speed. The speed of your thought or your deeds. So to progress and get where you really want to get and be confident in it, and to do things at a pace that is a little bit faster, may not be right for you. You may need to be going back a few paces and getting right with that first. If you haven't been meditating, start meditating. If you haven't been writing bits down to help yourself, start do it. Believe it or not, writing things down can really help you with your path. It also is change and progress that comes in a different way. This moment in time you might be wavering on what you've been doing and wondering if it needs to be changed in some way. And really, take a look at that. You have the support you need within yourself and with your deities to make that progress towards what you're trying to do. But you need to support yourself as well. Don't pressurise yourself. The horse, which depicts this particular rune, is proud. It's very proud, and are you proud? But it doesn't impede its purpose. So why should you? You have already got some of your goals, some of your achievements. Don't let them fly away into the distance. When we get into a spiritual rut, guys, it's very difficult to get out of it. But it is possible. But only you can do that. And only you can see where things need to be changed. This is a momentum of time. But it's also, you are going at a speed. Maybe you need to slow the speed down. And it doesn't matter, it's not a race. You don't have to get there by a certain time. You do things in your own momentum. So let's turn this one over. And we have, the warrior's rune. Yeah. It's also about sacrifice. Are you prepared to sacrifice your time? Because a lot of people don't realise when they're doing their spiritual work how much time it takes. You may have to go to work, you may have to clean the house, you may have to do all the stuff for the home, looking after the family. And at the end of that, you might be exhausted and all you want to do is have a shower, bath and go to bed. But you know what, guys? That is a con to yourself. Because if you start to do a meditation or something, you will find it will help you, not make you more tired. But this is what you've got to come to terms with, a sacrifice of your time. To get where you want to get to, you need to be courageous, because it takes courage to maybe push something aside. Maybe you have a night out once a week and you know that you could be doing something spiritual. Maybe give up one of those meetings and only go to 3 that month instead of 4. Use that time to get what it is you want to do spiritually. These are the things you need to look at. Are you prepared to challenge yourself and see yourself get that victory that you are actually looking for? You need to be true to yourself. If in wisdom it's showing you that you don't want to do this, then maybe the path you're on is not for you. Maybe it's too much involved in it and you need to lighten it. Go to your deity. Seek their advice. They will answer you. You will get shown where you're meant to be. And you can't ask for more than that, guys. Not really. So, let's turn this one over. And we have Freyja's rune. We have Freyja. And it is so funny how her rune always seems to arrive on a Friday. Almost like she just wants to be part of your reading. And because this is about gain. And yes, if you do all these things, you will gain. And as a deity, she speaks to you and tells you of what you can achieve. Because it's the rune of wealth and fulfillment. Freyja, wealth of spirit. It can also mean it's movable wealth. So maybe you need to join a group or start your own group or go somewhere to do these things away from the home, away from things that's going to stop you from doing it. Unselfish abundance. So if you want that to shine in your life and you need that spiritual richness, don't waste your time on things that it's not happened for you, really. Look for the path that's going to make you feel A, at home, B, sustained, C, happy, and D, full of that energy, full of that longingness to do so. And you're not really doing something wrong if you go from one path to another, because at the end of the day, guys, our paths change over our lifespans, because each path has a lesson to teach you. To get your spiritual wealth, you need to be sacrificing something, because that moment in time that has shown you something isn't right in your path, you need to either engage more in it or move from it. This is telling you. Now let's turn this one over. Odin needs to talk as well. He is the messenger. He always brings a message. He represents the communication and the creativity of you, the divine power that he gave you at birth. That breath that he breathed into you will give you the ideas and the wisdom and the knowledge. He done all the preliminary effort to get you what you need to use. But it might also refer to a test that you're going through at this moment. And I think this is what Odin is saying. We get tested, not so much by the gods, but by ourselves. We test ourselves daily in whatever we're doing. And what he is saying is, yes, you are tested, you are testing, and you will be tested. But because of that, we then can move on further, because we have got past that. It can also mean a message coming to you, and he is the one to bring it. So the answer to your questions will be available, but you have to ask for the answer. The signs and the confirmations will be around you. You have to be spiritual enough to be able to see them, which means all this has to come into play. Understanding where you're at. If it's not the message you're hoping for, don't ignore it, because it's being given to you as a lesson that will teach you about acknowledging the truth and knowledge and wisdom. So Odin comes to tell you there's a message for you, a personal message. That moment in time which has made you feel a bit off, use the sacrifice part of the warrior rune, and Freyja comes to tell you that you will get spiritually rewarded. Odin saying, don't ignore the message. So this is all interlinked with your spiritual life, guys. Being a spiritual person, it's not easy to switch from the mundane to the spiritual, mundane spiritual, mundane spiritual, because we are human beings and we have lives. But we have to make that conscious decision that if this is what we really, really, really want, we have to do something to attain it. So look at yourself, look at your life. Are you sacrificing the wrong part? Try to get a balance in the mundane with the spiritual. Then use this sacrifice one to maybe make a little bit more time to spend more time in the spiritual. And Freyja says it will be worth it, for you will get spiritually rewarded. And then Odin comes through to say, if you do all that, there will be a message from him to you, but you need to be in the right state of mind spiritually to notice the signs and the things around you, so that you know what it is he's saying to you. And there I'm going to leave it, guys. I hope someone out there has got something from this message today. Lovely to end on a spiritual note. I'll be back with new readings next Monday. There should be a video over the weekend. Have a lovely weekend. Wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. Hausa Verlang.